Hello and welcome to Charlie's Chasing Me. Today we're doing a full body yoga routine which targets every part of you, making you feel great inside and out. This workout is dedicated to my mom. It was filmed on her birthday, and happy birthday, Mom. We're going to start by focusing on ujjayi breathing in and out through the nose, drawing your breath deeper into your abdomen, and just finding your balance here on your mat. Letting go of any tension from your day, just focusing solely on your breath, bringing your presence and attention to the practice ahead of you. When you're ready, moving from child's pose to up dog, pushing into the palms, keeping the nose close to the mat as you slide forward. Shoulders are drawn down, and drawing the chest back to the mat, sending the hips backwards, moving back to your child's pose. Hips to heels. You're going to do that again, bringing the nose close to the floor, sliding forward, using your triceps to push through and up, sending the crown of the head up and back. Drawing chest back to mat, moving back to child's pose. Taking a few deep breaths here. And then one more time, drawing the nose to floor, hips down, chest forward, shoulders down away from the ears. Hips back, child's pose. This time coming to hands and knees. We're going to move through cat-cow. So inhale as you lift the gaze, lower the belly. Exhale as you round the center of your spine up towards the sky, let the head hang. Next inhale, reverse, chest down, gaze up. Exhale, round through each vertebrae one at a time, relaxing the head and the neck. Moving at the pace of your own breath. If one or the other feels good for you, you can stay in cat or cow. We're moving into hands and knees, turning to look towards your left hip. Gentle spinal twist. Then over to the right. Coming back to center, we're taking left hand, right leg, extend out, trying to make a straight line from your fingertips to the heel, and switching sides. Lengthen, extend, and hold. Exhale to lower. Inhale to switch. This time, lengthen, extend, and hold. Inhale to switch. Moving back to the left. We're going to try and balance here by lifting the back foot. So you have one knee and one hand on the ground only. Option 1 is just extending the arm and leg and holding. Option 2, point the back toe of the bent knee. Hold that foot up off the floor and find your balance. And start to feel your core start to fire up. Core is engaged. We're going to switch sides. Find your balance first. And once you're ready, start to lift that back foot by pointing the toe and lifting the back foot. Again, balancing here, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Drawing back to hands and knees, tucking the toes under, moving into downward dog, sending the hips up, chest down, pedaling out the knees one at a time, pushing one heel down, bending the opposite knee, Make sure your fingers are spread wide. One more time, drawing the hips up, and then moving forward into plank. Exhale back, downward dog. Inhale forward to plank. Nice straight line from the top of the head to the heels. Exhale back, sending the left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, rotate to open up through that hip. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Good. Again, knee to elbow and stepping through to lunge. Keeping the back knee lifted for now. We're going to leave the right hand on the ground, send the left hand to the sky. Fingertips reach over top of the ear and continue the rotation around, warming up that shoulder. Making big circles with that hand. And again. Beautiful, gang. Creating length and space through the body. I'm going to drop the back knee to the mat, pushing the hips down just for a moment, and then sinking the hips backwards. So fingertips to the ground, hips back, straighten that front leg. Putting the heel down and pointing the toes up. This might be enough for you, or you might want to reach across the body with the opposite arm, placing the fingertips on the toes and pulling back towards the core. Releasing the front toes, shifting the hips forward, hands to the floor, tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, and lower. And lift, and lower. We're warming up those quads. This is the deepest portion of your lunge. Also creating movement through the toes. We're going to step back to plank. Again, exhale those hips back, downward dog. Inhale forward to plank. Making sure the hands are directly under the shoulders. Exhale, pull back. Inhale forward. Exhale back, downward dog. Inhale forward to plank. This time sending the right heel up towards the sky. Finding that three-legged dog, bending the knee, rotating through the hips to open up towards the sky. Nicely done. We're going to draw that knee towards the elbow. Exhale, extend, heel to sky. Inhale, draw knee in towards chest, towards elbow, and extend. And exhale, pull in, rounding through that upper back. Inhale, find length from fingertips to toes. So coming through to a lunge position. Might take you a few steps to get there, that's okay. We're going to leave the left hand on the ground, rotate the right fingers to the sky when you're ready. Reaching the hand overhead. Keeping that back knee lifted for now, make sure your heel is stacked over top of your toes. Rotating around, finding that nice range of motion through the shoulder. Just going as far as feels good for you and your shoulder joint today. Bringing that back knee to the ground. We're going to be shifting our weight backwards here. Make sure you untuck the back toes. Straightening the front leg. The heel on the floor, toes are coming up. And if you need that additional stretch, you can take the opposite fingertips, reach them onto the toe, and pull it back towards you. One more deep breath here. And releasing the hand down, shifting the hips forward, tuck the back toe under, and lift the chest. Hips come up, back knee comes up, and exhale to lower. Good, inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. Moving at your own pace. You should be creating a little bit of heat, so a little bit of blood flow through that back leg. We're trying to get the thighs warmed up. Coming back to your plank. It was nice and wide. We're going to be shifting the weight over onto your left hand, so you're in side plank. Modified would be to drop the bottom knee. I'm going to take the hips down and up from here. Challenge option, do it from both feet. Just little mini hip drops. Making sure your shoulder is stacked over top of your hand. If you have any shoulder pain here, first try moving your hand backwards towards your toes. If that's still too much, try from your elbow. Top hand comes down, we're coming back to that center plank and turning to the opposite side. Same thing, little hip drops down and up. Trying to move with the pace of your own breath. Beautiful, good work, gang. Last one here. And rotating back to center. Hips back, downward dog. Take right heel to sky, knee steps through to your lunge, turning the back toes, windmilling the arms to warrior two. Reaching forward as far as you can with that front finger, dropping the elbow to the knee, reaching the top hand up over top, turning to look under the arm. And windmilling back, so we're going to straighten both legs. Send your right hand back. Left hand rests on the leg. Coming back, we're moving into triangle, reaching the fingertips as far forward as you can before hinging forward. Trying to stack your top fingertips over top of your bottom shoulder. And taking a bind if it's available to you. Top hand reaches down around the back, bottom arm reaches under the leg and through to the fingers. Releasing both hands, windmill the hand forward, bend the front knee, back heel lifts, stepping back to plank, hips up, downward dog. Moving to the other side. This time left heel to sky, knee comes through, step through to that lunge. Back heel turns, windmill the arms to warrior two. Big breath here. Dropping the front elbow, reaching the top arm over, extending through the finger. Growing long through the side body. Inhale deep into the abdomen. Extending back, sliding the back fingers down the leg. Top arm reaches up and over. Just go as far as feels good for your back. Straightening out those arms, hinging forward, coming through to triangle. Fingertips stacked over top of the shoulder. Try not to drop through the body, nice and long through the torso, lengthening through the crown. You might have to lift your shoulders slightly to get that straight line through the abdomen. Coming back up through Warrior Two. Windmill the hands back to the floor, lift the back and heel. Step forward. Straighten the legs, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folds. Inhale the hands out to the sides, all the way up overhead. Fingertips together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful, gang. We're going to move into tree pose. You're going to take your right foot up. You might rest it right down by your ankle. You might bring it up to the inner thigh. We're going to put the hands together. Concentrate your gaze on something that's going to help you balance. Breathing deeply here. Releasing that foot, bring the knee, draw it into the chest, and step back down. Same thing, other side. Find your balance first. And hands to heart center. Find that centering point for your gaze. Or if you want a little bit more challenge, close your eyes. Good work, gang. We're going to release by bringing the heel off the leg, draw the knee into the chest, and straighten back down to the floor. Big inhale, reach the hands up overhead, thumbs send back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold the hands back to the ground. Inhale the hands up overhead. You're going to reach over to one side, so you're going to grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand, pull across the body. Nicely done. Big inhale as you switch sides. Grab a hold of the opposite wrist, pulling up and over, finding length through the side of the body. Make sure you're not rotating through the torso, going right up and over. Hands are coming down. We're going to reach around back. Let's grab a hold of the left wrist, drop your right ear to your shoulder. Catch you through the side of the neck, through the sternocleidomastoid muscles. Slowly circling the chin down towards the chest over to the opposite side. This time you're grabbing your right wrist, you're sending your left ear to your shoulder. Release that wrist, inhale the hands up overhead. Exhale, fold all the way down to the ground. Fingertips there. Let's go inhale halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Stepping back to your plank. Drawing the knees down to the floor and lifting. Knees all the way down, lifting back up. Let's go. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Good work, gang. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Keeping that core nice and tight. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Shoulders stacked over hands. Keep going. You're going to leave one leg on the ground and take the heel up and pulse, or the challenge option is to do this with your knees off the ground. We're working the glute muscles here. Glutes and core. I'm going to switch over to the other side. So small range of motion, small movements, big results. Dropping both knees down to the ground. You're going to take a seat and twist. You're going to place your hand on the ground and then lift your hips, reaching up and over. This is a core stretch. Lowering the hips back to the heels, switch the hands. Hand on the ground first, then lift the hips. Lowering those hips back to your heels, fingertips to the mat in front of you. Stepping back through hands and knees, sending your hips to your heels, find child's pose. Just listening to the sound of the waves. I'm going to walk the hands over to one side. You should be able to feel a connection from your pinky finger right down to your hip. If you don't, keep going. Find that stretch. And we're going to walk the hands over to the other side. Nicely done. Big inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. Come back to center and come to hands and knees. You're going to move through cat-cow. And then draw the nose down towards the mat and fold forward and back up. So start by lifting the center of the back, hips back to heels, chest down, elbows down, draw yourself forward, rounding through the back. Center of the back up, hips back, elbows bend, chest down. Through and up. Again, center of the back up, heels down. Elbows bend, chest down, draw yourself through. You'll start to feel some work through the triceps, through the back, and through the chest. Okay, coming to hands and knees, we're going to walk the feet back, send the hips up, downward dog. Draw that right heel to the ceiling. Stepping through to pigeon. So you want to the foot comes pretty close to your hip and your knee drawn up towards your shoulder. For most people, it feels better to have that front foot flexed. Less strain on your knee. If this is too much for you, keep the weight in your hands, keep your chest lifted, or you can take a seat and take figure 4. Bring the weight back into the hands, tuck the back toe under, step back to plank, moving into the other side. Hips up, left heel to sky. Knee draws towards chest, step it through to pigeon. Relaxing the chest down onto the mat if that's available to you, or if that's too much, keep the weight in your hands, keep your chest lifted. Tuck the back toes under. We're going to slowly lift the chest. Step back to plank. And then step through your hands and knees. We're coming to a seated position. So from here, we're putting the right palm face up, left arm reaches up and over. You're going to take the palm that's on your knee, you're going to flip it over, sitting tall through the spine and twisting to face behind you. Take inhale, sit even taller. Exhale to twist. Left palm faces up, right arm reaches up towards the sky. Then we're going to take that same twist. So turn the palm to face down on top of the knee. Sit tall through the spine and twist. Like you're wringing out any toxins through the body. Coming back through center and walking your hands forward as far as you can go. Releasing the chest, relaxing it down towards the thighs. And let any tension go in your neck and shoulders. Walking the hands back towards the chest. And we're going to move back onto the mat, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Coming to our Shavasana pose. Allowing yourself to relax and thanking yourself for taking the time for self-care today. With attention to breath, you can let go of anything. We're going to start by letting go of the tension in our bodies. From head to toe, I want you to focus on what's happening in your face. Letting go of any tension in those muscles. Running your mind down to your shoulders. Letting go of any tension that's in your shoulders. Relaxing the abdomen so you can breathe deeper. Allowing the knees to fall on their own out to the sides, so that your legs are fully relaxed. Relaxing all the way down to your toes. Quiet minds, quiet bodies, rest. starting by drawing attention back to your breath. Inhaling deeply in through the nose, out through the mouth, deepening your breath. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, and then taking a big stretch like you're waking up in the morning. Hands up overhead. Slowly making your way onto one side. And out here in a restful position. Until you're ready to make your way up to seated. And once you find yourself in a seated position, we're going to have our palms face up. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, push the palms down. And inhale, reach. Filling the abdomen with air. Exhale, lower. Make these your deepest breaths of the class. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, push those palms down like you're pushing energy with your hands. And again, big inhale, hands up. Exhale, push those palms down. Again, inhale up. Palms together, bring your hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. Have a lovely day.